and the phone in the basement. My team supreme, stay clean. Triple beam, miracle dream. I be that. Catch a seat at all events bent. Gats in holsters, girls on shoulders. Playboy, I told ya, me and Mike's to me. Bruise too much, I lose too much. Step on stage, the girls boo too much. I guess it's cause you run with lame dudes too much. Me lose my touch, never that. If I did, ain't no problem to get the gap where the true players at. Throw your rollies in the sky, waving side to side, and keep your hands high while I give your girl an eye. Player please, lyrically, nigga C, B-I-G-B flossing, jig on the cover of Fortune, 500. That's my phone number, your man, I got the know, I got the dough, got the flow down, pizzazz, platinum plus, like Zizak, dangerous on Trizak, leave your ass pizzazz.
You know, I've reached the time right now. I've been on YouTube across 3 channels for just over 8 years, amassing about 91,000 subscribers across 2 channels. So I guess you can consider me a YouTube expert. So we've got to a point right now where how much further can we go? Can you tell me that we do not have the best presentation on YouTube? In regards to boxing, can you tell me that we do not? Tell me, right to my face. Tell me right to my face that we do not have the best presentation on YouTube. Right to my face. Do you know that over the last now 37 days, it's been officially 37 days and 1 hour, we've been demonetized. We've made no revenue off of YouTube because we promote the sport the way it's supposed to be, because we have no affiliations, no allegiances, and we don't suck no dick like Fred. We don't feed into the casuals or try to get the casual buck like Dantes Boxing Nation or Boxing Ego. And I know what you're saying. Hey, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Why is he always name dropping? He's just a hater. He needs to get out into the field and do interviews like them. No, they're suckers. But see, here's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Keith Thurman versus Josesito Lopez. We're here to talk about Jaime Munguia. Looking like tonight, he would lose to Jarrett Swift Hurd. Definitely. He would lose to Jamel Charlo, right? What did you see tonight from Keith Thurman? We talked about it yesterday. I was like, man, Keith Thurman, we don't know if he's still the same fighter. However, he survived. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. You can say he almost got knocked out. He almost got beat up. He didn't. No, I'm not saying Tony Harrison, because I think that Jamel beat Tony Harrison. He was rusty. He'd been off for 2 years almost, 23 months. So, I got to change the title of this video. In fact, I'm going to just take it down and edit it and re-upload it. Because it doesn't really mean us much, since basically YouTube decided. You want to know the real story? You want to know the real? No, Dante does not believe Broner beat Pacquiao. He only believes that because he got coon followers. Now, okay, let me tell you something about YouTube. I've learned that people are easily impressionable by the status of somebody. If I was a scumbag, listen, I wouldn't know how to manipulate you. Dantes Boxing Nation, he don't believe none of the shit he be saying. He only does that because he has ignorant black followers. And I can say it. They can't say it. They can't say it. Listen, they manipulate, or more so, what is it called? It's not manipulate. I forgot the word. It's late. It's late. I forgot the word. Not manipulate, but they feed off of him and Boxing Ego. They feed off of casual boxing fans, or more so that that ignorance. No, it's not cater. Cater. No, it's not cater. It's another word I was trying to use. It's another word. It's another word. But y'all can believe the motherfuckers if y'all want to. Gullible. Y'all can believe the motherfuckers if y'all want to. They know what they're doing. Dantes Boxing Nation, he's not a racist. He just knows that he can't say certain stuff to alienate the fan base that he's built. For example, I've heard that isn't his wife not black? Bruh, your wife not black. Bruh. So you can talk all that black power shit on YouTube all you want. Bruh. Come on. So no, it's not pandering. I wasn't using that word. So when it comes to me, I do admit I rub people the wrong way. No homo. People don't like when I say no homo because they say, well, you know, you're so intelligent. Why do you use stuff like that like a nigga? You know, why do you say stuff like that? You're not Adrian Broner. You know, we respect you. But, however, I'm always going to be who I am. I'm not going to tone down who I am for credentials. I used to. Remember, I used to. I'm not going to tone myself down for the approval of promoters, managers, boxers, or whoever. We have an uncut channel here where we give the news the way it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, on YouTube, I'm too controversial. Not because I want to be. It's because it's who I am as a person. A lot of people, or in life, they don't have codes. They do whatever they want, and they say, well, you know, I'm going to just do this. Who cares? The same person I am here on YouTube is the same person I am when I walk around on the streets. So if some shit was to go down here on YouTube or whatever, then expect for me to be the same person in the streets. It's no secret that we have issues getting credentials. Why do we have issues getting credentials? You know why? Why? Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to say it because I'm supposed to be professional. We don't suck no dick. We like vagina. Is that a crime? When I see a boxer, because he's African American, or if he's from the same same city I'm from, like Philly, I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, I'm gonna ride with you because you're from Philly, or I'm gonna ride with you because you black. I don't operate like that. Never did, never will. These boxing media people don't, oh my God, don't let me start talking about the writers. Because I know if I start talking about the writers, we will never get credentials again. They're suckers. But let's get to the fights, man. Listen, Keith Thurman is back. What did you expect from him tonight? Did you expect for him to wipe out Josesito Lopez because you think he's a bum? Are you going to say, well, Keith Thurman survived. Lopez almost knocked him out. He almost beat him. Key words, almost. The man's been on for 23 months. You know how many fights? Listen, I understand that you, the people, whose voices and opinions I respect. I watch all fights. It is my job. I don't have a day job. Despite what people may think because of the way I carry myself, no, I'm not on disability. No, I'm not on welfare. Yes, I am independently wealthy, even though you don't want to believe it. My life is boxing. I love it. It's a hobby. So, with that being said, I watch more fights than you. You can't tell me shit. I love when people try to tell me fucking boxing news and shit, and I be listening to them like, yo, yeah, for real? Motherfucker, I know it already. And I'm not just trying to be cocky. I know it already. It's what I do. It's what I'm passionate about. When it's something that it's not a job or it's your passion, can't nobody tell you shit. Armando Cologne. I could have called you Colon, motherfucker. But I'm going to, Armando Cologne. You know more than me? Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just kidding. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, for real. All day, every day, I'm sitting at my command center, watching videos, watching interviews, watching crime documentaries and shit. It's nothing you can put past me. I know everything. Not everything. Okay, not everything. I'm not motherfucking Jesus. No disrespect, Jesus. I'm not, Nostradamus. But for the most part, there's no boxing news you can put past me. But however, we've reached a certain level of journalistic freedom here on YouTube where, like, I'm tired of boxing. I'm tired of covering boxing. Boxing hasn't treated me well. So I want to go off to cover crime news and shit. But however, I have unfinished business in boxing. I'm a 35-year-old man. Hey, somebody put Armando on timeout. 900 seconds. So which means you put him on timeout once, then put him on timeout again, then put him on timeout again. I don't want to see none of your comments anymore for the rest of the night. I didn't even read that last comment. Put him on time. Matter of fact, put him on timeout for the rest of the night. So, I think, okay, I tell you what, this is what we're going to do. To best do this, this is the best way to start off the Thurman part. And that way, we can go more into detail. This was, what date was this? August the 1st, 2015. What fight was this? So which means this probably was, listen to this. This was me talking to Keith Thurman 3 years ago. Mind you, at that point in time, I was literally, no bullshit, I was terminally ill. I made it out there on the bus. I only had probably like, in Chinatown, I probably had like maybe, I think like $20 in my pocket. Something like that. So basically almost 3.5 years ago. Now, the reason why I'm playing this for you is because it's relevant as fuck to today. It's 2 minutes, 55 seconds long. I'm going to be back. How long have we been live? So the first half an hour, we're going to edit out because that was music. Pay attention. It's relevant. This was 3.5 years ago.
The WBA World Champion.
Oh, by the way, at this point in time, I didn't have a voice for, at that point in time, my voice was fucked up for like 8 months. So this is when my body really, really started shutting down. Well, when I got news that like, yeah, you got to do some shit. Because you motherfucking gonna die. But long story short, we're going to talk about it. So that's when my voice is all fucked up. But yes, that is me. That is me.
The WBA World Champion. A question a lot of fans have been asking is, why haven't you gone to the WBA as far as Floyd is the WBA Super World? Why haven't
Because I already talked about it earlier. A super champion is not obligated to fight any mandatories. He has 0 mandatories. I cannot even.
So let me stop it right there. At this point in time, when I'm doing this interview, Keith Thurman is the WBA World Champion. Floyd Mayweather is still the WBA Super World Champion at this time. This was Jacobs versus Mora, and I'm guessing this was Danny Garcia versus Paulie Malignaggi. I'm guessing this what this was, or was this Broner versus? I think this was Thurman. I think this was Garcia versus Malignaggi. But pay attention to this interview. This is, and then after this interview, we're going to play Keith Thurman's interview from tonight. Okay. So we only have about another 40 minutes or so before I have to end this stream, maybe less. But I'm going to start it over. I want you to pay attention to this. So yeah, I was sick of shit. Yeah, real rap. I was fucked up, and I was fucked up.
The WBA World Champion. A question a lot of fans have been asking is, why haven't you gone to the WBA as far as Floyd is the WBA Super World? Why haven't
because I already talked about it earlier. A super champion is not obligated to fight any mandatories. He has 0 mandatories. I cannot even if I wanted to go to the WBA, there is no power. He is above the power with that super title.
Okay.
That super title puts him on a special cloud above everybody else, where he's floating around getting fed, grapes and strawberries and all the goodies. You know what I'm saying? He's in his little private chamber and nobody can touch him. I cannot go to the WBA and demand, why don't you do this? Because I've been the #1 contender, and that is how I got the regular title in the first place. When Floyd was the regular champion, I was the mandatory. When they elevated him, they elevated me, and by doing that, the regular champion, I read it. The day I found out about it, I read all up on the internet about it. The regular champion, I have a mandatory. The funny thing is, my mandatory happens to be Andre Berto. That's my mandatory. And Floyd isn't fighting the regular champion, but now he wants to fight the regular champion's mandatory when it's Andre Berto, not when he was the champion and his mandatory was Keith one-time Thurman. He took the higher way up and out of that situation. He wants to pick. He likes having control. That's why I call him the king of the division. I call him the king of the division because of the power he holds on the world of boxing. If he didn't hold that much power, I would never call him a king based off of his skills. I would call him a great fighter, but I would never call him a king. But kings are like dictators. See, and he's been dictating the way his career is run for many years, which, banks dictate how they operate. Fortune 500 companies dictate how they operate. So from a business standpoint, I'm not mad at him. But from an athlete and from a prize fighter standpoint, and from what y'all should begin used to knowing by now, from a pride fighter standpoint, me, myself, and many other people, we are all disappointed in Floyd, But if you're really disappointed, stop buying the pay-per-view. That's all I gotta say.
So at that point in time, I was a very novice reporter. This is the first time I've ever interviewed Keith Thurman. Now, this is what we're going to go do. Let's see. Let's go and listen to his post-fight interview from tonight. Now, remember, he is the Super World Champion now. So you see where I'm going with this? Do you guys see where I'm going with this? He's the Super World Champion now. Right now, he is. So he said that Floyd was sitting on this special cloud. Well, guess what, Thurman? You're now on a special cloud. Which is the reason why I'm lobbying for him. He's the super duper champ? I don't know. But that's the reason why I'm lobbying for him to get the Pacquiao fight.
Thurman, though, when he had to bounce back after almost getting knocked down or knocked out.
Let me move this.
Control back of this fight.
And this is what can happen in a fight. You know what I mean? It's not going to be all.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to pause this right here. Let me tell you something. Do you know this channel is very well, like, we could be shut down any day, at any moment, in any day. But however, the good thing about having organic content is that no matter what, we can start up shop again on another channel and still get these subscribers right back. The problem is the powers that be don't understand. For example, all this content that I'm about to show you is free on Twitter. So basically, we got an intellectual properties attorney. And what I've learned is that if they're giving you the content free on other platforms, then we should be able to use it without them trying to shut us down. You see what I'm saying? So you can watch this stuff I'm about to show you on Twitter where it's free. But the thing is, they don't want it on YouTube. So therefore, since I knew this like 3 years ago, when I first started researching how to do this, or that I wanted to be the first person on YouTube to bring you boxing highlights and post-fight content, I knew there would be resistance. I knew it. So this was the first time they really gave us a major CBS Showtime, a major pap slap on our wrist in regards to, for the last 37 days, we haven't generated any revenue. But however, it's been good for me because since I got motherfucking child support bills out the ass, and since I got motherfucking medical bills and lawyer bills out the ass, since we're doing this for free for you, the people, technically on paper, I'm broke as shit for you, the people. So we're just gonna ride out. We're gonna listen to his post-fight interview to give it a contrast of what happened when I talked to him 3 years ago. So now he has that belt that Floyd Mayweather used to have, and now Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, well, no, what it is CBS. How it works is, see, other channels, they won't risk it because they need the money to pay their bills and shit. But I was able to risk it. So how it works is likely they will monetize this video, which means I won't make no money. But even if I was monetized the channel, I wouldn't make no money. But they let me keep my post-fight videos, which are the 10 to 15 minute videos that I do after a fight. So it's kind of a give and take type of situation. So the way I look at it is, it's like it doesn't help anybody for them just to block my videos worldwide or to take them down, because for one, it's free promotion for them going forward in the future. But also, if they take the video down, it pisses you off, the fans, it pisses me off. And really, I'm telling them, like, yo, monetize the video. Like, why would you, like, take it down? Like, it makes no sense for nobody. For nobody, you know? But however, we do have to stay within guidelines. So, for example, I expect now that if they were to take one of my videos down, or if they were to strike them, that I really violated fair use. But I would rather them take the money from the video instead of striking me and taking it down. It's like, yo, this is fucking free promotion for you. Like, I'm not trying to, like, you know, like, get over. Like, it's not about the money for me. This is like my passionate life. As I said, I don't need the money. Well, actually, I do for the team members, but not in the way they think. Like, I'm not trying to get over, but y'all need to shut up. Let me pay the post fight. Shut up. God damn it, KOD. Okay. Be right back. Listen in.
Majority decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Don Ackerman scores about 113 to 113, even a draw. Judge Steve Weisfeld scores about 115 to 111. Judge Tom Schreck sees it 117 to 109 in favor of the winner. And still the undefeated WBA Welterweight champion of the world, Keith, one-time.
So we're going to listen to his post-fight interview and see how different it is from when. I got to fix this. I don't know what I did wrong.
Unanimous decision.
All right, well, one judge, went for Lopez, and that's not unusual.
That's his pop.
No, that's Thurman.
Put up a battle. That's the father of Keith Thurman, who at one point was so concerned, now can smile.
The two other judges had it right.
Notice his dad smiling now.
Did you have it that lopsided?
So what we're going to do?
Because of the majority decision, surprised me a little bit. I thought it was all Thurman.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the judging is kind of suspect sometimes, but this was okay.
Well, it was.
Heyman, my team, my
Hold up.
family.
Let me rewind.
We match it and give you 25% off that stay.
Right, but a talking gecko. Why?
I'll tell you why.
Hold on,
Because
listen to the
people
commercial. Why I
trust
do some shit in the background.
Advertising icons. Some bloke tells you to go to geico.com and you're like, really? And just who might you be? But a gecko, he can be trusted. I ask if you want to save hundreds on car insurance, and you're like, yes, thank you. Mind babysitting my kids? And I'm like, of course I'll sit with the kids. You're like a brother to me.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or
Hold on, I'm
more
doing
on
some
car
shit in the
insurance.
background.
Heartburn and gas? Fight both fast.
Listen to the commercials and buy this shit. It'll help me out in the future.
Relief of heartburn and gas.
You got heartburn and gas? Buy this shit.
Tums Chewy Bites with gas relief.
Right now.
Welcome to my store. It's one not bound by walls.
Buy it.
Or limited by inventory. Or restricted by time.
Go buy that shit.
The only rule here is to untether your...
All right, we back. So let me fast forward some. But yeah, if y'all buy the shit that like they talk about on commercials, then we could play the commercials and we could do more shit on like stream. So go buy some shit.
You're in luck. The re-air of the entire pay-per-view event over on Showtime this evening. I know, Lennox, you were talking about it. Pacquiao certainly mentioned.
You might, motherfucker. Go buy it, motherfucker.
Be interested in fighting the likes of maybe Thurman.
I can't read that question, Armando. Hey, somebody put Armando on timeout. Hey, didn't I tell somebody, yo, Armando, he can never like comment here for like the rest of the stream. Put him on timeout. Somebody, get him off the stream. Get him out of here. Thank you. Put him on timeout. He can never comment here again, writing fucking long ass motherfucking no fucking double space essays. All right.
Floyd Money Mayweather, but let's hear what the champ has to say in the ring with our Heidi Andro.
I got him fucking writing dumb shit in
Thank you very much, Chris. Yesterday, Keith, you told me when you looked into Josesito Lopez's eyes, you saw a game opponent. No better test for the hand and the elbow than this fight. How did it feel in there?
Now you know what it means to be up against a game opponent, First, I want to thank God. I want to thank Fox, PBC, Al Heyman, my team, my family. This city, Brooklyn, right here, baby. Thank you guys for coming out. The champ is back.
You dominated the early rounds, but he had you in some exchanges there in the 7th round. How hurt did he have you?
He had me buzzed. He had me shaken up. I was trying to stay on the outside.
Can we get a thank you, Al Heyman, in the chat?
And my prediction of his long arms and the way that he was lunging in, willing to really swing and commit for that knockout. He was coming for me, but I told everybody, you're not going to see the best Keith one-time Thurman after 22 months, but you will see a world-class performance, and that's exactly what I gave you guys tonight.
You absolutely did. Now, you've said that this is your get-back year, but with that said, what would you
no
like
KOs
next?
for life no more.
If this Manny Pacquiao fight were to come to fruition in 2019, would you take it?
I most likely would definitely.
Okay, now look, right? He's the WBA Super World Champion. We just showed the interview of him talking about when Floyd had the belt that he had. And he's talking like he can't just call Manny Pacquiao out and tell the WBA to order the fight. He's the Super World Champion. He can tell WBA, hey, listen, order the fight. He can say order it, right? Let's go back 30 seconds. He's talking like, I understand Pacquiao's the A side. I understand. Yes, they do want to make that. Oh, trust me, because remember, they want that sanctioning fee. I'm pretty sure they're going to order it. They're likely going to order it. But he should be like more vocal about it. It's almost like he's not confident. Of course they want to make that. They want to make that fight. But don't you think that the Pacquiao fight will be an easier fight for him because of Pacquiao's age? I'm not saying I'm just saying. I love the Pac-Man. I love the Pac-Man. You know? But he changed his tune from 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago when I talked to him. His tune has changed. I just showed you his tune has changed. It's changed.
Arms and the way that he was lunging in, willing to really swing and
he
commit
changed the damn
for that
tune.
knockout. He was coming for me, but I told
Tune
everybody,
son
you're
of a
not going to
bitch.
see the best Keith one-time Thurman after 22 months, but you will see a world-class performance. And that's
Listen,
exactly
listen.
what I gave you guys tonight.
You absolutely did. Now, you've said that this is your get-back year. But with that said, what would you like next? If this Manny Pacquiao fight were to come to fruition in 2019, would you take it?
I most likely would definitely take it. I'm going to have to talk to my team. We're going to have to talk to our managers. And but I feel good. That was a beautiful fight. I would love to have that. Bring it in the ring. Maybe Brooklyn, maybe Vegas, wherever Manny Pacquiao wants it. I'd fight him in the Philippines if I had to, baby.
How's the hand?
It took some punches today. You know, he's tough. He had a tough head, but we held up strong. I wish I could have gone to the body a little bit more. I saw him breathing heavy, but he kept his elbows in tight. But I will be back later this year, believe that.
All right, well, you keep that strap. You enjoy it tonight. Keith, one-time Thurman. Chris, we'll send it back over to you.
There's a champ smile to side.
What happened to the, well, now Manny Pacquiao has to fight me because I'm the WBA Super World Champion? What happened to that Keith Thurman? What happened to him? What happened to him? He the WBA Super World Champion. He's the one sitting on that cloud. You know what? You motherfuckers. I want to see it again. Is that what you want? Because I'm confused. Because he was talking this shit.
The WBA World Champion.
I'm playing it one more time for you. I'm playing it one more time for you so you can see where I'm coming from. You see where I'm coming from? He was off 22 months, 23. But still, it's like, what happened to that don't duck me, son? One more time for you. One more time for you. The people, because your voice is important. And we have to go. Yeah, we got to go. We have 5 minutes left. Well, 8 minutes left. But I want to hear what you have to say. I really want to hear what you have to say.
Why haven't you gone to the WBA as far?
This was July the 31st of 2015. Floyd Mayweather was still fighting. This is the beginning. Yes, it is the beginning of the Metal Gear Solid. Floyd was still fighting.
The WBA World Champion. A question a lot of fans have been asking is, why haven't you gone to the WBA as far as Floyd is the WBA Super World? Why haven't
because because I already talked about it earlier. A super champion is not obligated to fight any mandatories.
He is currently the super champion. He is currently the super champion. He is currently the super champion. He is currently the super champion.
A super champion is not obligated to fight any mandatories. He has 0 mandatories. I cannot even if I wanted to go to the WBA, there is no power. He is above the power with that super title.
Okay.
Keith Thurman has a super title. He is now above the power. He has a super title. He should be able to demand Manny Pacquiao, correct? He should be able to demand Pacquiao. Look at the banners in the background. That's Sergio Moore versus Danny Jacobs 1. Danny Garcia versus Paulie Malignaggi.
about it earlier. A super champion is not obligated to fight any mandatories. He has 0 mandatories. I cannot even if I wanted to go to the WBA, there is no power. He is above the power with that super title.
Okay.
That super title puts him on a special cloud above everybody else, where he's floating around getting fed, you know, grapes and strawberries and all the goodies. You know what I'm saying? He's in his little private chamber and nobody can touch him. I cannot go to the WBA and demand, why don't you do this? You know, because I've been the #1 contender, and that is how I got the regular title in the first place. When Floyd was the regular champion, I was the mandatory. When they elevated him, they elevated me, and by doing that, I, the regular champion, I read it. The day I found out about it, I read all up on the internet about it. I, the regular champion, I have a mandatory. The funny thing is, my mandatory happens to be Andre Berto. That's my mandatory. And Floyd isn't fighting the regular champion, but now he wants to fight the regular champion's mandatory when it's Andre Berto, not when he was the champion and his...
So listen, I like Thurman, but is this not proof that he's not, like...
Mandatory was Keith one-time Thurman.
Like, what happened to him? Why didn't he say tonight, you know, like, I am Manny Pacquiao's mandatory? You know, what happened? What happened? We just caught this man in a clear contradiction. He is now the man. He is the WBA super champion, and he don't want and he's talking, you know, now we know how politics works. That there's 2 different ways, right? We know that Pacquiao is the A side over Keith Thurman. But Thurman has that belt that means more now than Pacquiao's belt. His belt is over Pacquiao's belt. He should say, no, Pacquiao's got to drop that belt or fight me. He can't fight nobody else. What happened?
I, the regular champion, I have a mandatory. The funny thing is, my mandatory happens to be Andre Berto. That's my mandatory. And Floyd isn't fighting the regular.
Now, y'all already know I'm already sharp with the politics of boxing. So I already knew back then, even back then, I knew his mandatory was Andre Berto. You can't get over on me. That's why I'm really preparing. On Tuesday, I'm going to Center City in Philadelphia. It's downtown Philadelphia. And Eddie Hearn, for the first time in his, I believe it's his life, the promoter of Matchroom Boxing, is going to be here in Philadelphia. I didn't watch the interview, but I saw that Blue Bud Boxing, a guy who has shown me great respect off of YouTube. I met him at, he was here in Philly for the Denny Garcia media workout, like 2 media workouts ago. And I saw him at the last Madison Square Garden fight I was at. So I saw he had a 26-minute interview. No, I can't, listen, let me tell you, I can't tell you, Hassan, I can't tell you. But I can't tell you. But no, they're going to Max's. They're not going to Geno's, and they're not going to Pat's. So on Tuesday, I'm going to a super I'm talking about super high-profile press conference. We're going to grill the shit out of Eddie Hearn, but not in a disrespectful way. In a way where we're going to get quality information from him. And I'm thinking about streaming it. But the point I'm trying to make is this. When it comes to boxing politics, you can't fuck with me. Nobody on YouTube can fuck with me. That's not me being cocky. I think you guys of all, you know nobody on YouTube, when it comes to politics, they can't fuck with me. Oh, Joshua fight being announced this week, or definitely the week after this week. It's coming. So understand, like, at this point in time, I already knew the politics. So now when I go to events, I know that boxers or promoters or managers, whoever I interview, they're going to try to finesse me like I don't know the fucking politics. So let's go back. We're going to let this play through, and this is the last break because it's only 3 minutes long. And we're going to talk about Thurman and why I feel like, you know, like, bro, you changed.
I, the regular champion, I have a mandatory. The funny thing is, my mandatory happens to be Andre Berto. That's my mandatory. And Floyd isn't fighting the regular champion, but now he wants to fight the regular champion's mandatory when it's Andre Berto, not when he was the champion and his mandatory was Keith one-time Thurman. He took, you know, he took the higher way up and out of that situation. You know, he wants to pick. He likes having control. That's why I call him the king of the division. I call him the king of the division because of the power he holds on the world of boxing. If he didn't hold that much power, I would never call him a king based off of his skills. I would call him a great fighter, but I would never call him a king. But kings are like dictators. See, and he's been dictating the way his career is run for many years, which, you know, I mean, banks dictate how they operate. Fortune 500 companies dictate how they operate. So from a business standpoint, I'm not mad at him. But from an athlete and from a prize fighter standpoint and from what y'all should begin used to knowing by now, from a pride fighter standpoint, me, myself, and many other people,
that's a hard ass salute.
In Floyd, you know. But if you're really disappointed, stop buying the pay-per-view. That's all I gotta say.
Now, at that point in time, you know, Keith Thurman, see, with the fight tonight, you can't say that his confidence is gone just yet. If he fight, did I bleach my hoodie? Did I bleach spot? You can't say that his confidence is fully gone just yet. We got to wait one more fight. But tonight was the comeback fight. I expected for him to go to rounds. You know, 2 years is a long-ass time to not defend a title. 23 months. But it's time to go, guys. So we're going to be back Tuesday. Monday, I have 3 meetings, very important meetings, so I'm not going to be able to squeeze in any videos. Yeah, I can see the Thurman Berto next. So, expect for this video to be taken down and deleted within the next 3 hours or so. And then tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to chop it up and edit it, especially this part right here. Where am I going? What do you mean? We're working for free. I told you we're working for free for a long time. So we finally getting our partnership back in probably like another week and a half or so. But yeah, man, it's time to, you know, I've been working. So I've met my quota. We put out 30 videos this week. Next week's going to be 40. So y'all can't say I've been doing boxing videos. You know, I met my quota. Yes, we're going to be going live for the, actually, the next stream I'm going to do is either going to be Fight Night or TstreeT Uncut. This week coming up is Kovalev Alvarez 2 fight week. But I'm done, man. I'm out of here. So, you guys have a good night. In about 2 hours or so, this stream is going to be deleted. And then it's going to be edited and chopped up and uploaded later on.